and you just created this happy little life and fantasy around it, there's no way you could imagine starting over. It was like, oh, I'm gonna marry this person. Oh yes, when I get this house, I'm gonna decorate it like this. My kitchen gonna be like this. My bedroom gonna be like that. And it's like, baby, slow your fucking roll. It's not yours. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with the Tarot with Tea, and today we are starting my new series, which is Spiritual Journey Guidance Tarot Readings. So this series is more for people who are on a spiritual journey, who want tarot readings to help guide them, whatever journey you're on and what direction you're going in. But these are just people who want to raise their vibrations in a different way. So if you didn't check out my last video, I was basically telling people like my channel was going in a different direction. So if you didn't know, you know, we kind of get a little more serious over here. So before I hopped on, I did some meditation, and I wanted to see, like, you know, what should I do my first video on, and I was picking up the energies of entitlement. Some people may be feeling this sense of entitlement, like they feel like they're owed something, like something was supposed to be theirs. And this can be a lover, this can be money, a position, a home, a car, whatever. Like they feel like something was owed to them. And I feel like sometimes when we work really, really hard for something, or when we put so much time and effort, energy, and love into something, we feel like we were owed that, like we were deserving of it, so it's supposed to be ours. And it has everything to do with ego. And when you have too much ego, unfortunately you end up going through like ego deaths. So that is a big thing that people can go through on their spiritual journey. But some of you may be feeling like the universe betrayed you, or whoever you pray to, or it's just like, you know, I put in my time, I did what I was supposed to do, I followed the rules, I did what I was supposed to do, and it's kind of like you're taking it in the worst way possible. Like, I'm being punished, or why am I not getting what, you know, I deserve, you know, why me? And you're taking it in a very harsh way. So you feel like you have a sense of entitlement right now. You feel like you're entitled to something, and you have this real big ego. And I'll dig a little deeper into some more points that kind of came across. But right now I'm gonna get into some tarot, and let's get some more messages, okay? Some of you guys might also have Cancer placement, strong Cancer placement. Some of you guys might also have the children. I'm just going to say this now too. Some of you guys might have children, and so it's also important to be careful of the behaviors you're displaying, because some of your children or your child, like, they might be watching these things, and you could be kind of instilling these behaviors in them. So be careful of that. Like, oh, you know, my mom or my dad didn't get what they wanted. It's okay to act an ass and to show out just because you worked hard and you didn't get it. You want to make sure you teach them, like, there's ways to go about things, and yes, if you work for something you should get it, but you know, you're not just entitled just because you thought it was for you. So we're gonna kind of get into, why do you think you are entitled to something? Like just because you love someone so hard doesn't mean they owe you their life. You know, just because you worked real hard doesn't mean somebody else didn't work hard and doesn't deserve a position. So it's a difference in working for something and yeah, you kind of do deserve it, versus you're entitled to it. Okay, so overall energy is the Daughter of Coins. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, you can. Cool. All right, I'm gonna have to scoot my table back, but we'll see. Three of Sticks in reverse. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see the cards. I don't know. If you guys really, really want to see my cards, I'll start scooting my table back. If you don't care as much, then I won't. But, whew, Ace of Knives, Dr. Grant. So we got the Hermit, that's a Virgo energy here. Daughter of Knives, the Garden, so that's the World card, and Dr. Buzzard, so that is the Justice card in reverse, Libra energy. A lot of air energy, okay? So a lot to do with, you know, how you're thinking, how you're processing this, okay? So you've kind of, I'm gonna say you shut down. It's the ego. You've shut down. You're overlooking everything. You're not paying attention. You're overlooking the bigger picture. And that's why I asked you, why do you feel like you are so entitled to this? And I think I've just gotten in a habit when it comes to life of looking more as what's for me will never pass me. You might set out so hard on something and then it doesn't happen, and I just look at it more like, okay, well, maybe it was a better job for me. And usually it is like, well, I really wanted this job, I don't understand why I didn't get it, and then I'll get a job that's closer to me that I don't have to drive to, I don't have to waste gas money, better people, better place. Like, it was just, this was better for me. So it was like there was no sense of me being upset about what I didn't get, because the thing that was coming towards me was 10 times better. So the question is, why do you feel like you were entitled to it? And I feel like you may have recently taken a loss, and it's just something that you've put a lot of time into. And I don't think this was something like quick. I think this was like months coming, months, maybe even years that you've invested. And so when you look back at it, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I put so much time into this, so much effort into this, but, you know, just because you did that, it still doesn't make you entitled to it, okay? So I see you turned your back on this with this Three of Sticks in reverse. You're no longer looking towards it. You no longer care. You no longer want to see, because you've heard what you've heard. You already heard it's not yours. It's already been given away. It's gone. Whatever the case is, like, I feel like whatever, like, the decision has been made, that is not yours. And you're over it. Yeah, Two of Sticks in reverse. The Four of Knives. Yeah, you're sitting with it. You won't call a spade. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's crybaby-ish, but it's like you're pissed, right? And you're sitting with it, and you're like, wow, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're sitting in that energy right now. The Ace of Knives in reverse. All right, we got the Nine of Knives. The Sun card in reverse. Yeah, you're hurt. You're definitely hurt behind this. I know when it comes to me, what I've learned about myself time after time after time after time is when I am so angry and I am so mad that I'm just hurt. I'm sad. I'm upset. Like, underneath all that anger is just nothing but tears. And I have learned to stop myself from wanting to rip people's heads off and just shatter things, and to force myself to get to those emotions of tears, to release it so that I can move past it. And I feel like that's what that is. Okay, you literally have the Sun card in reverse, the Nine of Knives, which in the original, the Rider-Waite deck is like somebody on the bed, like just stressed out. You are upset. You can't think straight, because it's like everything is just like, what the hell? Like, I had my plans set around this. I probably told people about this, and now I don't have it. I put all this time, effort, energy, money, whatever into it, and it's not mine. I don't have it. It could be embarrassing. These are things of the ego. Your ego is bruised right now, and I think that's what's hurting the most about it, and it's pissing you off, and it's causing a lot of anger and a little grief is what I'm hearing, okay? So the Hermit card. Okay. Six of Coins here. Seven of Coins. All right, so some of you guys probably do have a lot of Capricorn placements here. I did pick that up before I started, but where do we go from here? You know, because like you can't just sit in this Four of Knives energy. You can't just sit here and just lay in the bed and be pissed or cry. Like, you have to move on. Where do we go? Like, what? This Six of Coins is a little interesting. Like, do you I'm hearing, do you wait for someone to fail? So let's say you were competing for a position at a job. Do you wait for the person who you think is less qualified for you to fail? Do you stick around and just wait? You know, if you feel like you were supposed to date this person and they chose someone else over you, do you wait to see the relationship fail? You know, what, like, you know, is that what you do? Like, what do you do? What is your next step? And I feel like this is why you have to ask yourself, why do you feel like you were entitled to this? Because why do you not feel like there's something better? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you playing with the little things where you probably could have something better and there could be something else out there for you? Why would you sit around and wait for something that didn't choose you, or wait for a position that overlooked you? You know, why not shoot for something bigger? What makes you think that you are so entitled to this? That is a question that I'm asking you, because you felt like you were entitled to it, but it didn't want you. The position didn't choose you, the buyer didn't take you, or the seller didn't take you. You know, the house closed out without you, the job didn't want you, the lover moved on. So it was like, why do you feel like, you know, you wanted this so bad? The Daughter of Knives. So we got the Free Man in reverse. That's the Fool card in reverse. 4 of 6. Oh, okay. So I guess I'll answer it for you, because you got so tied up in it. I feel like a lot of times we get wrapped up in a fantasy. You imagined your life was something. You created your life a certain way with this. You made your whole situation around this, and you got tied up. Like, if you see the Daughter of Knives, I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see, but her hands is all like, it's a whole bunch of hands on there. And it's like the hands is just completely tied into it. It's like all hands on deck. It's just so much going on. And you just created this happy little life and fantasy around it. There's no way you could imagine starting over. But it was like a fantasy. It was like, oh, I'm going to marry this person. Oh, yes, when I get this house, I'm going to decorate it like this. My kitchen going to be like this. My bedroom going to be like that. And it's like, baby, slow your fucking roll. It's not yours. So it was like, I feel like sometimes people get caught up in a fantasy, and now that it's not yours, or maybe someone didn't feel the same way, or it wasn't reality. You have to come to terms with that, and that can be bruising to the ego. That's really all it is. But we have the World card, the Garden. So here we go. Tower. Shit happens, okay? Tower moments. I talk about the Tower a lot. I love this card. I don't love when it happens. Sometimes it can be very, very painful, but the Tower moment is known as basically looking through a rose-colored glass, seeing things for how you want to see it instead of how they are, because this place does not, I mean, I don't feel like getting into the whole background of the card, but as you see the background, there is not a good story behind the background of this card, but the way you see it, it looks like a nice little house through this lens. So it was like, you want to see it for how you want to see it, but that's not what the situation was in front of you. So you know, the situation happened how it happened, and now you just have to kind of face reality, and it's time to kind of move forward with reality. Sometimes it hurts, but it is reality. We can't go back. It's not a dream. You are wide awake, and it hurts. The pain will subside eventually, but you have to live in your reality, basically. Okay. 6 of Baskets in reverse. Yeah, it's about growth, and I keep saying it. It's like getting out of that false hope. coming to terms with things, because we like to be in a place of comfort. Like, okay, well, if this happens, this will make me feel good. But I feel like it's also good to be optimistic but also pessimistic, because it's like, yeah, but I want that house, but if I don't get that house, it's okay. I should have other options. Yes, I think this would be a great person to date, but I should probably keep my options open just in case we don't work out. Yes, this would be great for me, but you know what, in case it doesn't, I might want to look at other jobs. Maybe I shouldn't put my all into this. Maybe I shouldn't do this, do that. You know, like, pay attention to you and your emotions. Don't get so wrapped up in things, because obviously it fucking hurts when it doesn't work out for you. And now you're sitting here with this bruised ego and you're like, damn, like this hurts. I feel pretty betrayed, because how did I not see this coming? The Justice in reverse, Miss Robinson. This is the Devil, right? Yes, the Devil card. Capricorn energy. Told you I had a lot of Capricorn energy. So we have the Devil card here. And the Ace of Coins in reverse. I definitely wouldn't spend my time dwelling in this energy of revenge, dwelling in, do I wait and see what happens? Don't become obsessive at all. Very important, especially with this Devil energy. Do not become obsessive over why it wasn't you. Do not become obsessive over what you could have done. That is the most horrible thing you can do to yourself. And it's a way to feed that ego. It's a way to fix that ego. When you're on a spiritual journey, it's better to break that ego. It's better to let that ego die off and to just rebuild yourself back up, to learn it, to learn to never just keep giving and giving into situations that is not showing you reciprocity. And it's okay. You learned. You can move on. You can heal from it and continue on. But do not feed that ego. Okay? A lot of times we do go through ego deaths. And it's okay. Let that ego die off. Do not seek. Do not feed into it. And then, you know, it's not really about, oh, that other person wasn't qualified, or, you know, they're underqualified. That person's gonna fail. That has nothing to do with you. You don't, you know, that's not for you. That person got that person. They worked there. They got that title, whatever. It's not you. That has nothing to do with you. Close the chapter. Close the book. We moving on. Something else is coming for you, obviously. Once something, you know, leaves, something else enters. So don't worry about it, but don't drive yourself crazy with this energy. You don't want this Devil energy here. You want to break this off. The Hermit energy is really about going in and finding those answers that you seek. So I talked a lot about what makes you feel so entitled, and I kind of dug into that a little bit over here, but kind of sit with those things. I also kind of pay attention to the things that you may have overlooked, you know, the ways that you can prevent yourself from being put back into these same type of situations. I'm just trying to make sure I hit all the points that I wanted to tell you guys about. But yeah, like I said, some of you guys also have people watching you, and you guys are trying to be role models for other people. So keep that in mind too, because some of you guys might have children who watch you, and you don't want to give off that type of energy, that type of, you know, negativity, right? All right, this is one of my favorite oracles, the Shaman Dream Oracle. These are definitely heavier oracles, so I'm gonna pick one for you guys. I've seen one flip, so we'll go with this one. All right, so it is Winter's Dream. It is gestation period, and it's 63, and that equals the number 9. Winter's Dream. Gestation period, sanctuary, conscious awareness. The winter's dream is a summons to go within. Your life force longs to turn inward, like a sap of trees returning to its roots. Cast your gaze towards the deep and hidden places in your heart. Come to rest again in the sanctuary and safety of your soul and be at peace, basking in your crystalline clarity in that quiet place. This is not hibernation. Do not fall asleep. Take your quiet, wakeful nature with you into stillness and know that you are replenishing your life force. Trust that the deeply buried seeds inside your soul, the ones you planted even before you were born, are stirring softly, ready to awaken with the spring. But do not try to rouse them early. Instead, surrender to the quiet of the winter's dream. Winter's dream can lull you into a slumber where you will lose consciousness and become caught in a nightmare. Awaken, awaken. Find that easy return to wakefulness that brings you clarity. This is time to set your priorities in order, yet not act on any of them. Allow the clarity and transparency that comes with the winter's dream to permeate your heart and soul. The time for action will come later. Remember that all things are born of dreams, and your task is to wake up within the dream to lucidly guide your chosen destination. Alright. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys could benefit from a lot of clarity behind things. I always say like a lot of things in life might not make sense right now. And sometimes they might never will. Like, there's some things in life you might, damn, why did I have to go through that? Why did that lesson have to be so hard on me? And sometimes you look back and you're like, damn, it all makes sense. Shit, I'm just like slowly figuring out some things that just make sense from fucking 2 years ago. So, I mean, you know, you go through things. I feel like a lot of you guys could definitely use some clarity, some stillness. Get through all those tough emotions that you have right now on your journey. This is definitely a tough situation. Ego is tough, especially if you have a lot of ego. Some of us have a lot of ego, and it takes a while to break it down. And especially if you're still early in your spiritual journey, if you got a lot of ego, get used to these type of moments. The easier you let these situations go and just deal with it, the easier it will be. The harder you hold on to it, and the more you sit in this type of energy, the tougher these situations are, and you're gonna keep going through them time and time and time again, and it's gonna keep kicking your ass every single time, and you're gonna keep losing. So let that ego go. Take that L, let it be. You already lost it. And it wasn't meant for you. You didn't want it, trust me. So it's okay, and it's all right. So go ahead, surrender to it, learn it, and move forward. It's okay. We all take them. So I hope this was helpful. I want to welcome you all to my channel. If you're new here, if you know someone who's also on a spiritual journey, and if you want to share this with them, please do. Feel free to subscribe and turn the notification bell on so you get notified when I post more videos like this. Feel free to comment below and chit chat with each other or myself. I would love to talk to you all. And until next time, guys, bye.